Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use. I'm not making any monetary gain off of this video.
Okay.
Shalom, call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH is giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to those who scattered abroad. Shalom to the 144,000. Robots in China are now dancing at concerts like pros. All right, robots in China are now dancing at concerts like pros. All right, and this is just another job that's getting taken, okay, to be a backup dancer, I guess. You got these robots that are dancing, you know, immaculately, doing flips and all, man. All right, which we understand what this means too, because as you go read some of these comments, it says, imagine the times we had humans doing the robot, now it's robots doing the human. Another one said, it's funny till they're walking around with guns. Somebody said it's only a matter of time, probably soon. It said, you are not crazy. The robots, the new police officers. And they showed you that in that movie, Elysium, where basically the robots were, the authoritarians. It says China has been playing the U.S. for a long time. Can't trust them. So, somebody said why they got on do-rags, and we know why they got on do-rags. All right, they all got to copy Jake. Somebody said we are doomed. Yeah, so you see what's going on. Somebody said Terminator, not just a movie. So some of these comments, people are, and I haven't seen one comment saying it was AI yet, so maybe it's not AI, but it's somebody said creepy AF, sickening. All right, so basically you got these robots. I'm going to play it again. And fair use for the music. I'm not making any monetary gain off of this. And look at the way these robots are moving.
Okay.
So there you go, man. All right, you see, this particular concert in China, you got these robots dancing, doing flips and all, man. Okay, so as time goes on, we get close to the end of this place, you're going to see more of this, robots taking regular jobs, and in this case, the backup dancers are robots. All right, which ultimately is just going to lead to more, oppression, less jobs, okay, which is an opportunity to make money. And ultimately, they're going to use a lot of this technology to, come down with more wrath upon the people, man. All right, so let's go right here. All right, grab a few precepts. Don't make this too long. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and verse 1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor which evil goes into bad times." We always say that, okay? Because the times you think things are bad now, it's only going to get worse. It says, "Come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the moon or the light," while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. So there's going to be less work out here. When we go into this word grinders, let's go into it. All right. Less jobs. All right. Less jobs, less employment. And basically, as they say, that the robots are going to take over.
Strong's H 2912. Tachan. Tachan.
It says to grind, crush, grind, grinder, to grind meal, hence to be a concubine, or it says that being their employment. Okay, a grinder, and that's what they say in the world. Jake will say that now. All right, about they on the grind. I'm on the grind. I'm on the grind, which means to basically work. All right, so there's gonna be less work out here. All right, Salakia. It's early. It's gonna be less work out here, man. All right, that's immediately what I thought about when I seen this video about how it's gonna be no work pretty soon. Now, this is a showcasing of another job getting taken. Backup dancers and entertainment. You got these robots in China that's doing, waitress jobs. Particular restaurants you go to, they have, a robot deliver your food to you. You got these way more vehicles down here in Tampa now. They're in different states, California and whatnot, but now they're down here in Tampa, which are basically robots, self-driving cars. So pretty soon there's gonna be no more jobs left. I did a video a couple weeks ago about how Amazon has a robot. This is a couple months ago actually. I did a video a couple weeks ago about BMW, Salakia, BMW. They have a robot that's working 12-hour shifts, either 12 or 10-hour shifts, 5 days a week. Okay, so that was somebody's job, but now the robot is doing it. All right, you got Amazon that has robots now, and they're firing thousands of people every other day. So pretty soon there will be no more jobs. It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. All right, those that look out the window be darkened because the future is looking very bleak for this place if you're paying attention. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And the music is getting very trash. Okay. The music industry is pretty much done. Another thing too I want to say is that you got these this AI taking over the acting jobs, which is basically robotics. You got animated or AI generated movies being created. You also have AI generated music. Okay, there was a particular AI artist, which is not a real person, it's actually AI, that this guy Timberland signed, which and it's more. I found out about this last week. On Spotify you have playlists of artists that are completely AI generated, all right, on Spotify, so that Spotify doesn't have to give any money to the actual creators. They're making their own AI artists to make music, and they're getting a lot of plays. People would not even know. They didn't even know if it was AI until they had to disclose it in the caption, okay, in the bio, that this is AI. So AI is taking over, man. This technology is taking over. Let's go back up and start at verse Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. It says, remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. Now you rise at the first chirping of the birds, but then all their sounds will grow faint, right? So the door to life's opportunities is getting very, it's starting to shut, man. All right, and Esau is going to come down with this wrath, and he's going to use this technology. All right. I brought this on my last video. We always bring the scripture up, but we'll bring it out again. Because they'll give you this stuff. Like, it reminds me of that movie, too. I forgot what it was called. But it was about the robot boxers. Okay, they had robot boxers and stuff. So robotics is taking over. It says 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. We see what you devils are doing. Okay, it's in your face. It's plain as day. You know, and like people were saying in the comment board, wait, it's all funny until they got guns. All right. In the NLT it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. That's an evil scheme. Okay, that he's pushing. All right, he's getting ready to start, you know, and that's what they do. It's a lot, man, Satan. But that's what they do with gradualism. You know, first they have them dancing in front of you, and then they have them pull out guns. This is Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. You see, this is leading up to a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Which this is the time we're coming into. We're gonna have to be delivered from the wrath of this man. Okay, the hell he's about to bring on the earth, man, is gonna be out of this world. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. These men know his time is short. Okay, so he's about to come down with great wrath, man. Okay, and in that wrath, a lot of people are about to die. A lot of people are about to be eliminated. And this is why it's our job to come out here and warn you of what's coming. Okay, before it comes. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21, it says, and then shall be great tribulation. It's lucky, man. So we got to be changed, man. Okay, you get sleep, and it's never enough sleep. Your body's, you know, showing you that it's, you know. But it says, Matthew chapter 24 verse 21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be, a time like never before. Okay, which was, like I said, the movie Elysium, they showed you that it was basically the robots. You know, the dude was arguing with the robot, or, you know, well, really he had he made a joke to the robot, like how if you would joke with a particular cop or something. He made a joke to the robot, and the robot, I believe it broke his arm or something. You know, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days should be shortened. So, you know, all, you know, the signs are pointing to the end of this society, the end of this man's kingdom. All right, and this is why he's promoting things like, you know, these robots dancing and stuff, because ultimately this is their plan. This is what they want. They want to, you know, outsource, you know, people for their technology. All right, where they have more control, okay, and can better, you know, bring hell upon, you know, the people, man. All right, so we're watching for these things in the spirit and identifying this man's moves. And the NLT is, for there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again, right? Because this man got to be taken out of the way. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. So first it goes your jobs, and then it goes you. Okay, not a single person will survive. It says, but it will be shortened for the sake of the Most High's chosen ones, right? So the Lord is shortening these times, speeding up the times for the elect's sake, man. Everybody else is through, all right? But with that being said, I'm going to say shalom. Promise you all about all prayer short lessons edifying to those who are shalom.